We want to put our voice to the discourse. We want to put our voice to the national conversations. We may not know who is there planning the alleged protest. And I want to believe even government is not quite on top of it, knowing who actually is planning it. In fact, we might be chasing a ghost. We might be chasing shadows. But the fact is that when you are handling a political situation like that, you cannot take things for granted. All we are saying is that this body sat, deliberated, and felt we should come out boldly to place our voice on the discourse that we are not in support of this alleged national protest. It will be counterproductive. And for Mr. President, who has just run 12 or 13 months in office, we feel it's quite hasty for anyone to put any judgment whether he is doing well or not doing well. And for me, with what he has done even so far, I think we must have to say kudos to the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We must have to say kudos to the party, the ruling party, APC, because definitely we are going ahead. We are stepping further. And I believe the president has the commitment to address some of these problems. Not only the commitment, he has the capacity to address some of these problems that we're facing. What we're saying is that the government may be doing their own way of doing it, perhaps through intelligence gathering, perhaps through quiet engagements with stakeholders and even the alleged perpetrators of this so-called protest. In our own way too, we have been able to interface and engage with our constituents in virtually every part of this country through our representatives, engaging them in the manner you think we should. But if there is anyone acting by way or in the face of threat or intimidation, we are not one of those. We are not here to intimidate anyone. We are not here to threaten anyone. We are only trying to implore the way of peace. It's only when we have peace that we can have development. And we proudly remain associates of Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria because we served in virtually same capacity as members of this great institution in 1992. And we have seen a lot of qualities, we have seen a lot of virtues, we have seen a lot of zeal and commitment, patriotism in the person of Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria today. That is why we proudly remain to associate ourselves with him as one of us. And we want to plead with Nigerians, not even the so-called perpetrators of this alleged protest, Nigerians at large, to please understand with Mr. President. He has once said it in one of his very popular speeches that he wish he could have done otherwise. He also feels, he also sees, he also tests the hardships people are going through. But definitely when you're coming with an aggressive government, an aggressive approach to economic issues, definitely people will be subjected to one kind of hardships or inconveniences one way or the other. This is what we call maybe, if you want to correct things, definitely some mixed feelings will be there. But the intent of the government, the commitment of the ruling party also is to provide the best of welfare for Nigerians. So we are pleading with Nigerians to shelve their swords. We are pleading whosoever is out on the street trying to bring chaos, trying to create disquiet in the economy and in the country, to please allow Mr. President a chance. We will definitely get there and Nigeria will prosper. Public House of Representatives, ably led by our leader, who is the chairman, and of course the one who anchored the press briefing today. Members of the media, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am of course one of them because I started my journey in the democratic space, of course, on the 7th of July 1992 when we were inaugurated as members of the Third Republic House of Representatives. Incidentally, Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria today was also inaugurated same time with us as a Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. To God be the glory that no matter what, at the end, one of us is now in charge. I rise to probably respond to some of the questions for us to save our time and also be straight to the point. The question you first adduced is about almost the same thing. I think it's almost the same question. I want to say that no one of us is just here to speak for the government per se, or probably to provide excuses for why this is done or this is not done. All we are saying, as major political stakeholders in this country, as important as about 593 members of the Third Republic House of Representatives, then each local government was represented by one member.
This is the Third Republic members of the National Assembly, House of Representatives. Members who were elected in 1992-1993. We are here because of the situation in the country and to give our president the needed support he requires to carry on with the affairs of government. So we had a brief extraordinary meeting last night in which we resolved to issue a press conference in support of the president and the government of the Federal Republic. So we have written a little thing down for you, gentlemen, and we say press conference by honorable members of the Third Republic National Assembly after an extraordinary meeting in Abuja on 26 July 2024. Gentlemen of the press, I have the honor to address you this afternoon on the outcome of the extraordinary meeting of members of the Third Republic National Assembly. We constitute a patriotic gentleman. What is it? Excuse us for a little embarrassment. I start all over again. I have the honor to address you this afternoon on the outcome of the extraordinary meeting of members of the Third Republic National Assembly, House of Representatives precisely. We constitute patriotic gentlemen and ladies from across the country who served during the 1992-1993 parliamentary session, along with our leader, President Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as he then was, now the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Federal Republic of Nigeria. We hereby resolve to address the vibrant youth of our great country who are late to be planning for a nationwide demonstration scheduled for early next month, and call on them to kindly shape the idea. Protest is definitely not an abnormality in a democracy. We appreciate that, and we appreciate them also for their initiative in this regard. But in this case, this administration is barely 1 year and 2 months old in existence. The administration of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu is evidently not resting on its laurels. Nigeria has already gone through its share of turbulence through a long period of military dictatorship and the epileptic political transition program. Let us all avert a situation that can lead us in this ugly path again. We pledge our loyalty to the government of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. We commend him for boldly addressing the problem of the local government autonomy through the Supreme Court of Nigeria. This problem has been neglected for many years and several years now. The process of nation building is a long and tedious one. We are sure and hopefully that very soon our country will benefit from the reforms being carried out. He has already taken some bold initiatives, which we are reaping now, though some of them may not be favorable to the conditions at present. However, we are on the march for a greater Nigeria. We call on our junior colleagues, the present 10th National Assembly, to continue to cooperate with Mr. President in these trying times of our national development. Let us all, as citizens, eschew bitterness and dissuade our youth from carrying out any planned demonstration. This will be in the interest of all Nigerians. Thank you very much.